So when you think of Central C, what is the first lyric that comes to mind? How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Yeah, he's done this purposefully many times, and it's just one of the very few genius marketing ideas and schemes that Central C has repetitively done throughout his career that has brought him to where he is now, to the point where he is on top, on the same level in terms of relevancy as Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and all of these top rappers. So I'm gonna break down one of his songs that has an entire chain of genius marketing strategies, okay? So his song Doja, I'm gonna draw Doja Cat right now, okay? Doja. The first thing he did was sample. It was a 2000 song, and that song was Let Me Blow Your Mind. I've talked about this before. The reason why this is so impactful is because this song carries nostalgia. I remember listening to this song while building Legos as a 7-year-old, and my mom would be playing it in the kitchen. But what's important to mention here is that he created curiosity by adding a drill drum beat over it. So you'd be curious, you'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I know the sample, but this drum beat's completely different. I'm curious as to what this rapper is gonna sound like on this track. I'm curious as to what I'm gonna hear next. The different drum beat creates curiosity.
Bro, hold on, what beat is this? What beat is this? Dun, 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 dun.
So let's talk about the lyrics. He started off the very first line of his song.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Was that controversy line. And I want to show you the power of that, okay? So the first line had shock. It was controversial. Nobody was expecting it. People are going to be bursting out laughing in the first few seconds of the song.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Hit man in a
Bro,
top try, see a
that nigga first line?
hit man in a top try, see a man topless, even a stick is gay. My bitch is gay. My bitch is gay. Hit man in a top.
When you go to a speech or a conference and somebody says an amazing aha moment, they blow your mind within the first 3 seconds, you are so much more inclined to pay attention to them for the rest of the presentation. Same thing happens in music. When the song starts off amazingly, or it comes up with a shocking line like this, people are gonna be laughing and they would be paying attention to hear what else you have to say. They'd be locked in. They'd be curious to hear what other jokes you're going to make. This is so impactful. 1900 Rugrat did the exact same thing. The very first line of his song was, every time someone hears that line, they just lock in and they can't help but listen to what else this guy has to say because they're curious. It's super smart. I love this. This is so entertaining. Okay, amazing. And then one more point I want to bring up here is that he uses SEO. He titled his song Doja. When somebody searches up Doja, it's going to come up with his song. Additionally, people who like Doja Cat are going to have his music video pop up on their browser feed or their suggested because it has a name. This name here, Doja. Super smart. Jace, the rapper, or IAs, I'm not sure what he goes by now. I think it's Jace. But he has done the same thing with Aiden Ross. He titled his song Aiden Ross, and it made Aiden Ross streamers curious about his song because it popped up on their, For You page and suggested.
Thank you, bro. Quit the lean like Aiden Ross.
Think about that. That's pretty amazing. Come on. The reason why this is very smart is because Doja Cat is an American artist with a primarily dominant American audience and fan base. Yep. And Central C is a UK artist. And therefore he's literally exposing himself to the USA audience by titling his song Doja. Super smart. There are so many layers to this. In one song, he has hit several amazing marketing techniques. Now, one thing that Central C does is keeping his foot on the gas pedal, always seizing opportunities for viral clips, viral moments in any way possible. And this is a mindset. It's almost like you're wearing a special pair of glasses, like you're wearing viral vision, which is why I call this channel Viral Vision. Please do not try and copy everything that Central C does, or any artist does. You want to rewire your brain slowly by analyzing and becoming aware as to how rappers go viral, how their marketing systems work. Let's talk about his lyricism. in his lyricism, actually in his personality in general, he can be quite controversial. How do you spell it? Is it with a C or a S? I have no idea. This is not English class. But he is controversial with comedy. Okay? So being controversial is good if you do it in the right way. So an example of bad controversy is the Island Boys, where they suck each other off and kiss each other. Very controversial for the sake of views. People will just have bad opinions on you. That's the last thing you want to do. And the reason why that's bad is because it only brings negative impressions to your name. It doesn't bring positive. And I'll explain why this is extremely important. Please pay attention to this. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a lesson here on the psychology behind emotions. Please pay attention and don't lose focus because I'm drawing things. But check this out. Think of an emotion. I'm gonna think of it for you. Sadness. Is sadness a negative or positive emotion? It's negative. Is it a strong emotion or a weak emotion? When I mean strong or weak, what's the energy levels like? Well, sadness is low, right? So sadness would be here. Depression would be even further on the negative spectrum. Please stay focused. This is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very rewarding for you to understand why controversial statements are very impactful in music. When it comes to humor, you laugh, right? Joy. Where is that? Negative or positive? Obviously, on the positive side. It's a strong emotion, right? Joy, you feel happy, ecstatic. Joy, excitement, love. So now let's think of more negative emotions that are on the strong end. Anger. When you're angry, you're furious. You're energetic in a negative way, right? So negative and strong. Anger. Stay in focus here, yeah? We have a bunch of emotions here on this graph. When it comes to engagement on Instagram, the only reason why we engage is because we have an emotional reaction. Okay, so when you are super angry when watching a video, you're gonna engage. When a comedian makes you laugh, it's a very strong, positive emotion because you're experiencing joy, excitement. And so what do? You clap, you cheer, you laugh. These are all forms of engagement. So just be aware, whenever you feel a very strong emotion, whether it be negative or positive, this leads you to engage, okay? Okay, I'm gonna describe to you two different sets of people. The first set of people, when they hear the line,
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
the first set of people are gonna feel strong, positive emotions of joy because they're gonna laugh at it, it's gonna catch them off guard, and they're gonna feel excited to hear the rest of the song. Now, there's also another set of people, strong, negative feelings. They're gonna feel feelings of anger, because they feel like, hey, you're not supposed to be joking around with homophobia. So there's two groups of people. The reason why this group feels very strongly positive about that line is because not many people have the balls to say that kind of joke, so it's very rare. So when they hear a joke like that in a rap song, it's like a breath of fresh air because they don't expect people to have the balls to tell those kind of jokes. And Central C said it himself. He notices when he says things that he shouldn't say but says it anyway, people like it. What's amazing here, pay attention, is that both of them are engaging. So you're literally maximizing engagement because you're triggering both sides of the spectrum. People who feel offended and people who love it. Just like when you put two different personalities that clash in the same room, war breaks out, yeah? People are gonna be at war in the comments. Some people are gonna say they love it. Some people are gonna say this is hateful speech. This is why controversy is amazing because it creates polarizing opinions on the character. I hope this is eye-opening. And I also want to drill down a second point here. When it comes to trends, almost any trends in fashion, when there are too many people doing one thing, people get tired of it and they want to hear something new. You know, rap music about murder and all that was cool at one point. However, after a while, it got a bit diluted. Yeah, and why is that? Because everybody could do it. And everybody started doing it. And what happens in trends is, with anything, let's take the example of a pair of Balenciaga shoes. When a handful of people wear these Balenciaga shoes, people look at it as very cool because only a handful of people are wearing them. However, when the Chinese fake manufacturers come in and start making fake replicas of them, and more people have their hands on these shoes, it becomes less and less cool and less desired because everybody has access to it. When something becomes saturated, people flood their interests into something else. That thing that everybody is doing is no longer cool because everybody does it. So where am I getting to? I don't even know why I'm drawing this. I'm just trying to make it as visual as possible so it's easier for you to learn. Rap music about killing people, just, you know, purely dark and demonic, is no longer cool, and therefore people are feeling refreshed to hear more comedy while still talking about gangster activity. Rappers like BLP Kosher, Georgiana, 1900 Rugrat, Lil Yachty is doing it a lot more now. Kodak Black literally just made a video where he talks about his Cybertruck having a toilet inside it.
And the toilet in the trunk and the Cybertruck. Get too close, I'm dapping. Cybertruck, toilet in the trunk, shit on.
At the moment, comedy rap is literally becoming so popular, and you better catch this wave before it becomes saturated. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is this interesting word here, okay? Prodigy. Prodigy is somebody that is deemed to be successful. You have to become a prodigy. I want you to watch his videos again and try to find an ounce of insecurity or an ounce of self-doubt or an ounce of a lack of confidence. Try to find an ounce of that in his personality. Through his body language, the way he talks, the way he raps, the way he speaks in his lyrics. He says shit and doesn't care. He has so much confidence, it's impossible to not want to pay attention to him. Or you start to question and kind of try to figure out, why does this guy have the audacity to be so confident? Any rapper that blows up has a lot of confidence. And I'll explain to you as to why this happens. When you first start rapping, okay, this is a horrible picture. Holy crap. Okay, this is a dummy, okay? You know, you're a little baby. Nobody, that looks like a potato. When you first start rapping, you're a little potato, you're a baby. Nobody knows of you as of yet. However, if you have so much confidence in yourself when you rap, you're not second guessing yourself. In your rap music videos, you're not awkward. You're just fully confident and there's not an ounce of self-doubt. Just like when a person, a very confident person, walks in the room, everybody's eyes are gonna be on that person because you start to be curious as to why this person is so confident, and therefore you'd pay attention to him. Your eyes will be locked on them. You'd be curious as to why is this person so confident? Because we associate confidence intuitively with success. When you're a baby in the rap scene and you have a lot of confidence when you rap, you're actually already going to start attracting some attention. And this is what we call aura. You know how you say, oh, this guy has aura? It's actually his self-confidence. The lack of self-doubt, the absence of self-doubt. And these people are going to pay attention to you a lot because they know that you're eventually going to make it because of how much confidence you have. What happens next? This is stage 2. Other people are going to pay attention to people paying attention to you and being like, oh, why is this guy supporting this guy's Instagram? Oh, why does this guy care so much about this guy? And this creates a crowd effect, and this will keep on happening where people will pay attention to people paying attention to people paying attention to people paying attention to, and it all channels to you, if this makes sense. And this all starts off with having a lot of confidence, okay? Having an image of being a prodigy. If you want to become a prodigy, you must have an absence of self-doubt. You cannot show that in your body language, and if you do, you have to work on it and fix it. Or else you cannot create this chain reaction where people just, in a crowd effect, become obsessed with you and try to, support you. So why do people support you? I know that I'm not really talking about Central C too much, and that's because I'm trying to break down the psychology behind this so that you can use it for yourself. A point I want to make from this is when you support somebody that is up and coming, why do you do that? It's because you know that this guy's gonna blow up eventually, and therefore you're gonna be commenting on this guy's videos a lot more. And you wanna support this guy so that you can be the guy that supported this guy before he blew up. You wanna witness this guy's success. And I know that because I do that. I see other people doing that for me, and I see my friends doing that for other rappers. Oh, by the way, I followed Speed when he only had 100,000 subscribers. Oh, by the way, I was watching PewDiePie since I was 11. People invest their attention into people like a freaking Bitcoin currency. When they see that somebody's gonna blow up, they want to invest their attention into them so that they can witness their success and become a part of it and also brag about it to their friends. We all do it, okay? And in order for people to support you and see you as a prodigy, someone who's going to be successful, you need to have a lot of self-confidence. This sounds obvious, but go ahead and look back at your favorite rappers and try to find an ounce of self-doubt. You won't be able to find it. If you think this is valuable, wait till you join my community with over now 700 people. In this community, I give you feedback on your videos, scripts, ideas, whatever it is. Additionally, there'll be competitions for growing on social media where there'll be cash prizes given out to people who grow the quickest using the strategies that I give out in this community. And additionally, we'll also be having regular calls starting pretty soon, so make sure you get in that community and join, because when there's too many people, I'm actually going to start kicking people out. Okay, another thing. So you might also be quite curious as to why Central C has blown up, but he hasn't fallen off yet. And I figured it out. There's a lot to it, of course, but basically, Central C keeps his foot on the gas pedal. And after blowing up, he doesn't let his foot go. This is what happens to most rappers. When rappers blow up, this is what happens. They gain a lot of relevancy, it starts to plateau out, and then it just drops because another rapper comes in and takes over, the shine. Very scary, because you can literally lose all your money, all your attention, all your relevancy. Nobody will care about you. This is scary. What happened to Central C? Central C blows up, he loses a bit of relevancy, but all of a sudden, he blows up again, loses relevancy again, but the base has increased. Goes up and up and up. The thing I want you to pay attention to here, please pay attention, is when it comes to his relevancy, the base is increasing. Even when he loses a bit of relevancy, he's still more relevant than he was when he previously fell off. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I'm super popular off my first single. I lost a bit of relevancy. I grew again, but I lost a little bit of relevancy, but I'm still not as low as I was last time, and it still increases. Everybody's gonna go through ups and downs, yeah? But he constantly keeps himself in the spotlight by making strategic choices to blow himself up. And one thing that he does, as well as a bunch of artists does, is collaborations. Even smarter, he collaborates with USA audience. He's a UK rapper, so his sound, his accent is going to be favored in the USA because it's so new to them. Anything that's novel stands out. I want you to look at Central C's top Spotify songs and notice that his top Spotify songs are all mostly collaborations. And that's because when it comes to a collaboration, just like if I told you, hey, KFC and McDonald's made a burger, you're gonna wanna try it. You're gonna be so curious as to what it's gonna taste like, you just have to try it. If Central C collaborates with Britney Spears, you're gonna be like, I have to listen to this song. I cannot avoid not to listen to it. Rappers, managers, music marketers, labels, they know that this is an effect that's created when rappers collaborate with other rappers, especially famous rappers, okay? Not irrelevant rappers. And this is why, even if he loses a little bit of relevancy, by having collaborations with other big artists, boosts him back up because people are curious, and this baseline just keeps going up and 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 up. I hope that made a lot of sense. The main points I want you to take away is you need to have an insane amount of confidence and an absence of self-doubt, because people can sense that. And if people sense doubt in you, why would they have confidence to spare their attention to support you? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next class.